Pete from Light Gun Lunatics. Just firstly, just calling out to a whole bunch of people in regards to their willingness to help test on the Light Gun Lunatics version 42 Batocera. And as you might have just seen on the screen, there was another update on version 42. So it is in beta and they're coming through thick and fast, which is great. So we probably don't really need any more testers because we've got just so many coming in and really wanting to help out with seed boxes and a whole range of other things too. So more details that after we've sort of gone through and do the testing, all the commentary and the stuff that's happening in the Discord that Johnny had set up. It's just easier to police and control it and make sure people that are there are genuinely helping out. Just a quick shout out to Scotty Retro who did the splash screen for 42. I'm using a new retro theme in the background to drive this version today, and unashamedly, as with version 40, Mick has kindly, with permission, let me steal essentially everything else that makes this thing look and walk and talk really well. There's going to be two versions of the build that will come out. One is what I refer to as codenamed All Guns Blazing, because it'll have all the Windows games in there, and that's 65 and growing, and also Lindbergh as well, along with all the other usual suspects in the games. So I've had the All Guns Blazing fit this time on a 512 micro SD card, SanDisk Extreme, and I've put that on two separate SanDisk Extreme cards that I've got, and that worked without a problem. Last time on version 40, I used the Samsung one, which like had 2 or 3 gigs more, so people couldn't get it to work properly, and that's, well, you know, that's lessons learned. And also on a 256 gigabyte SD card or thumb drive is going to have the light version, hopefully for those who have got potato PCs. The only real difference between that and the All Guns Blazing is that I've taken off a lot of the Windows stuff just to reduce the entire size down, because again, some people may not have real big fancy graphics card that can deal with Scarlet Dawn and a range of other things. But either which way, we're going to give people two pathways to choose from. I'm going to pause there, and then I'm going to well, actually, I'm going to just jump into Lindbergh, and then I'm going to go pick one of my favorite reference games is Rambo. I'm using my gun4IR in this test. I've got some new guns coming, which I'm really quite excited about. Hopefully they'll get here. And I'm using my Steamdeck, which is the original LCD Steamdeck. So it's not the fastest Steamdeck, it's not the newest Steamdeck, it is the OG Steamdeck. So I guess what I want to show is that it running on a Steamdeck format factor like we did with version 40 of the Light Gun Lunatics build. So I'm just going to quickly load in there. I'm using the keyboard simply because it's easier to reach than lurch over the top to get to my Steamdeck. And then what I'll do is I'll pause in between videos and stitch them all together, so we'll keep the video relatively short. The marquee support on Batocera version 42 is still, it's nothing like Launchbox, big box, but it's getting better and better and better. I haven't optimized it simply because I just wanted to use, pardon me, the screen that's on there so you can actually see that I'm actually using the Steamdeck and not my actual PC on the right-hand side, which I've been doing other demos for. So we'll just give this a quick burl, and then I'll probably, to try and reduce time, I'll edit the videos accordingly just so you can see how it's all stitched together. I think this also gives you a bit of a true reflection on the load times from the original Steamdeck. Obviously, with this was my normal PC, it would go a lot faster. Here we go. I've tested some of the classics that we've had from the original build, like Scarlet Dawn. There is some improvements. Again, the Steamdeck, the original, is not exactly the fastest, you know, game on the planet with the Steamdeck, but it works, right? Castlevania and others have worked as well. But the guys that are helping out in the testing, they're finding problems along the way. We're cataloging those problems, working out to see if it's specific to guns or specific to hardware and the like, because Batocera can be a bit temperamental with hardware, understanding that it's trying to cover so much different hardware as well. I won't do very long playthroughs. This is just more the fact that, you know, here it is actually working. I can do off-screen reload with my gun for IR. Looks and plays really, really well. Good tracking. Gun for IR. I don't. This is the original gun for IR one. Like, these are DIY guns that I've actually built myself. So I'm not sure what the new PCBs will work, if at all, because there's people that have been reporting that there's been issues around that, just on Windows builds and switching names and the like. But anyway, so that is Rambo. So I'm just going to turn that off, and then I'm just going to pause, and then we'll go back to another different game. All right, just another video that we'll quickly jump into. So this is House of the Dead 4. So Damien, our French connections and the like. This is not the Lindbergh one. This is right. This is the Windows one that's been modified for Batocera. Yeah, I've got the Lindbergh thing, but you know, because that's the background for it. Version 40, I did a demo on Scarlet Dawn, so I'm not going to do Scarlet Dawn. I'm just going to do House of the Dead 4. I'll load that up. Again, it's on the Steamdeck, so hopefully it just gives you a sense of how quickly it loads. And, you know, it's going really, really quick so far. Hopefully it won't make a liar of me. No, it's straight in, which is really, really cool. Rightio. And we're in, which is really great. And I've got to say, it looks absolutely superb. No, you know, a little bit of glitching and graphics wise, but you know, considering the age of the game, it's on a Steamdeck. The gun for IR is responding incredibly well with reloads. It just looks superb. Rightio, I'm just going to cut that pause and go to the next one. Alrighty, just going to go pick another game in Windows. Let's do Cooper's 9, because that's a relatively new one as well in the scheme of things. Lighting up great. Just load some credits. Story mode. Going for IR. You can see me shooting all over the screen, so the tracking's good. Going away into a massive playthrough on this. Rightio, that's Cooper's 9. I'll pause that and we'll go into the next one. Just another one of the videos on Batocera version 42, Nerf Arcade. Showing some games that definitely weren't on the release of version 40. People may have added them along the way. We didn't do version 41, too many issues for us. But 42 is coming up great with massive light gun support right across all the different platforms, blamcon, Reapers, OpenFIRE, all the classics are there. OpenFIRE and the like. And this is just Nerf, going great. There you go. I'm not going to do a huge, run through of the video. This is just a proof of concept to show you that things are coming together really, really quickly. More details in the Discord. Won't do too much chatting in the Facebook group because it's just hard for me to police. And make sure we pick up all the feedback and the like. So please, if you want to jump in on our Discord, just go to our website. It's on the front there. And Johnny and myself will let you in. Other than that, we'll do a couple more demos and we'll keep going. Anyway, thanks a lot. Bye. Oh yeah, last game we're going to try is Mission Impossible. Tracks really, really, really well. Speed is good. Steamdeck original, good. Batocera 42, very good. Just got another notification of another update for Batocera version 42. So this is really, really cool. Going away. Oh, better pull the trigger, make the button go, 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 go. And then I'll plug these guys and then we'll call that a wrap. Rightio. Oh, hang on, do this. I think I'm going to miss this one. Oh, go, 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 go. Yeah. All right. Just going to leave it there, guys. Thanks, everyone, for huge turnout for the Light Gun Lunatics version 42 Batocera build. We're still going through beta and testing, but all things are looking great. We'll do some more updates along the way. Bye.